Ah, and so I gotta tell you, even though we had to like reschedule, everything kind of worked out. Because like I had to leave just as someone I really didn't want to talk to showed up.
Oh. I thought you were hanging out with someone tonight. So.
I was hanging out. Well, I was at a friend's birthday party. So it was going to be a mixed bag of people I knew, people I didn't know, people I haven't seen in a long time.
And people you never want to see again.
And people I prefer not to engage with. The problem with the one I really wanted to avoid is he won't let you leave. You know, unless you're willing to pull a real asshole move, which I have been known to do. You know, like he'll be in the middle of giving you a 20-minute explanation for something that could have been explained in 2 sentences.
I hate those people.
And, yeah, and I'm like, I could pull the asshole move, tolerate this up to a point, and then just go, oh man, that was a really great story. That was fucking awesome.
I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I could pull one of those. But I'd rather not have to. Although, that wasn't the weirdest interaction. Because that's just how, like, conversations with me and that person go. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's not weird. It's just one of those, I'd rather not deal with this.
Yeah.
Weirdest one is I ran into a girl who, long time ago, like back in the 90s, we went on a date, I think. Like, there was an event, there was a meal, it was just us. We went back to her apartment. And I was always trying to figure out what direction things were going. Never had an idea. Thought she hated me, because she never like really responded to me after that.
Huh.
So I'm like, okay.
Was I supposed to dick you down or what?
Yeah, exactly. It was like, was I supposed to do this? Because I felt a little bit weird because we were watching Pinky and the Brain.
Well, how do you fuck during Pinky and the Brain?
Yeah.
I shut someone down during Yellow Submarine because I'm like, excuse me, the blue meanie's on screen. How are you trying to do hand stuff, you weirdo?
Yeah. That's not... The time for that was like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, that shit's past. You know? But I was talking to her again and just trying to talk to her about about, you know, like, whatever was going on with her.
Yeah.
And I got the same thing, which was like, I'm actually wondering if she's on the spectrum.
Well, is it like answers like Carol Ann talking to the TV and Poltergeist? Yes. No. I don't know. No.
Not entirely, but also not entirely unlike that. You know? Like, I was always, like, attracted to her, otherwise I wouldn't have gone on her date in the first place.
Yeah.
But it was weird, like, you know, here we are, we're older, you know, but there's still that 20-year-old guy that was interested in 20-year-old her.
That wants to know what the fuck
That wants to know what the fuck
there.
happened, or yeah. Like, or what's going on, like what's your deal? Because you don't seem to hate me, but you don't seem to really like be interested in me either, and I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know,
because I once got ghosted.
What?
I once got ghosted by a guy, and I'm sure it's because we made out in front of a Catholic church, and I found out later he was like a hardcore Catholic. And I'm like, at a certain point, you could have just told me to fuck off.
You can't do that. That's a swear.
But I dodged a bullet because he was divorced with 2 kids, so...
Yeah.
I didn't know that when I engaged. And I should have known something was up when the person that introduced us went, "Oh, you went on a date?"
Stop.
What?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to know?
There was also
What didn't you tell me?
There was also this guy who was he's clearly autistic. I'd never seen him before. You know. But he gave my friend for his birthday, he gave him a rock.
I love that. I really love that.
I mean, I appreciated that. It was a little hard to have a conversation with him because you just sort of like...
But once you crack that
What?
nut, once you crack that nut, you're in, so...
Yeah. But not only that, but it was one of those... Like, you're talking about, we'll say shrimp. So you're talking about shrimp or something. You know, whatever it is you're talking about. And all of a sudden, he starts bringing up whatever the last most embarrassing social interaction he had, and it was like, what did that have to do with shrimp? Like,
nothing.
Yeah, there needs to be some kind of segue here, you know.
They're not good with segues, but they're very sweet people.
He didn't seem like a bad guy. It was just one of those, he would say things that would just stop you cold. Because you're just sitting there going, what do I do with this? You know, what do I do with this thing that you have brought to the table? I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
You know?
But thank you. I appreciate that you brought it here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You know, what I don't appreciate is getting caught in a 20-minute conversation cul-de-sac all about Discord. You could get the details from Josh.
I'm not sure I want to.
He may have to talk about it.
Okay.
It may be one of those things.
He hasn't yet, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, this just happened. This was like an hour ago.
I know there has been some Discord drama and weirdness lately, and I've been just trying to keep out of it.
Oh, yeah, no, this isn't that.
Okay.
This is not that. What, I don't want to name names.
No, but there's been recent things like people getting their accounts taken away because they're in certain groups or that kind of bullshit, or they've said certain things and they've gotten reported and their accounts have been taken away, and I'm like,
oh, that's
okay.
Cool. Okay.
It's not anything about, you know, Toothy McGee, who, you know, didn't listen to Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah. No, this is more guy giving you a detailed account of why he doesn't use Discord, and you're like, I don't need to know these details. Like, I really don't. But he's the loudest guy in the room. And like I said, it immediately becomes a, how much of an asshole do I want to be here?
And you go,
what's my, what's my mood? You know, how big of a dick do I want to be? You know, like, because this is, no move that will work does not qualify under dickery.
yeah, I had to be a dick last night to someone that I consider a friend. I had kind of a fucked up night. Also, ratted out my boss. That was fun. But then it was, you know, girl got pissed off, went home. So I go from upstairs to downstairs. Everyone's pissed off at the upstairs because they don't have enough people upstairs now to fill in the gap that she made. Last minute calls to get someone on the floor. Nothing's my fault. But I'm like trying to work while I've got someone asleep and another person who just isn't very fucking helpful. Not the guy's fault. He just, if I don't feel like moving right now, y'all are fucked. You know, he's open about it. I appreciate it. I get a drunk call from one of my other work buddies that's like, did I send you the screenshots to what I said about this workplace bullshit? And I'm like, you did. A couple of times. I could tell you were drinking. It was great, wasn't it? I'm so good at writing. Yeah, you are. I need to get back to my fucking job. Would you open this call up with, are you at work?
Heads up.
To which I said,
Google is sneaking
yes.
AI renders into creators'
And you can
vids
look at the
to see
fucking
if they
time,
can
you
trick
know
us
what the
into
fuck I'm
accepting
doing.
full AI renders by getting us desensitized to it.
Go away, you drunk bitch. So eventually I had to go, look, I got an emergency, click.
Wait,
Try to video call
Google
me.
is sneaking AI renders into creators' vids to see if they can trick us into accepting full AI renders? What? What?
Huh.
I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that.
But I love just being able to go, I've got an emergency, click. Oh, she's trying a video call. Double click. It's not emergency, bitch. I meant it. You know what my emergency was? Getting away from that fucking call. Screw you. But yeah. Sell out your boss. Hang up on your drunk friend. Get pissed off at everybody. Come home. And then pick up Heinlein books when you have the time. I got Stranger in a Strange Land today, so I'm excited.
Gonna read it?
Yeah. I have to get through Harlan Ellison's Brain movies first, which, holy shit, I found something.
What did you find?
That Amazon has Alfred Hitchcock Presents, which is different than the Alfred Hitchcock Hour, whatever. But Harlan's Memos from Purgatory about when he ran with kid gangs in New York was turned into an episode.
Oh.
Walter Koenig, Chekhov from Star Trek, plays the head of the kid gang. Do you want to know who they cast as Harlan? Because this is a make it make sense for me.
William Shatner?
James fucking Caan. Who, by the way, looks
Little
35. You know, like, tall, muscular, you know, free Godfather.
Oh.
There's a casting thing that I was like, shouldn't you have cast Koenig as, like, I mean, sure.
Himself?
Sure.
Yeah.
But Chapu, why is there James Caan? Out of anybody.
Well, maybe they didn't want you to feel
Chaparral.
too much alienation.
He's supposed to be a kid in a kid gang.
What's this episode called again?
Memos from Purgatory. Available on Amazon for free. Hunky and muscular sounds like Harlan to me.
Oh
I
my
was
god, that was
6'2".
when fucking dude looked almost like fucking Marlon Brando did at the same time.
Yeah. And it's like, what? Did you type out I was 6'2", blonde, and Italian? The fuck? No.
Well, they don't even have pictures of Walter Koenig on the IMDb page.
But it's also Walter Koenig with an American accent. I was like, be still my heart. No nuclear vessels here, baby. Yeah, YouTube
man.
ads. I have a fucking dumbass at work that shows me all the AI bullshit. And she's like, isn't this pretty? I'm like, it ain't real. Stop it.
Pretty awful, you know.
Real fucking awful is what it is, actually, yeah.
Oh, man.
Have you ever been to a cabin in the mountains? They don't look like that.
Ha ha.
Even the pricier, nice ones, yeah, they don't look like that.
Oh, my God.
But yes, I've had an eventful fucking week. Let's be honest.
Oh, my God. Television adaptation. Starring James Caan. And Walter Koenig is the gang's leader. Yeah, that strikes me as that should have been the other way around.
Right? And at one point, they make a reference that Harlan called the gang leader gay, and then he was all pissed off, and I'm like, ooh, little pissed off Chekhov. That's so cute. That's not like regular pissed off. That's like a mildly miffed chihuahua. Like, and in X-Files, I just watched the final repose of Clyde Buckman. So good. With Peter Boyle as a psychic, but he's not a very good psychic.
Man.
Yes, you are?
Oh, sorry. My brain is like trying to reform.
After human interaction?
Back to regular, yeah, back to human interaction. Because this is the other problem I sometimes have with, you know. I'm having like. If I make another wish, I'll wish for a wish for you. My brain is going through permutations of the evening, like going over recording of something, looking for errors and mistakes, like little miscontinuities from one scene to the other.
Yeah.
You know, and it's fucking with my ability to be in the moment, because that was 2 hours ago. My brain is still 2 hours ago, where it needs to be right here. It's not. But I'm gonna say, so I'm gonna try to figure out how to be in the moment here on the stream. I really am. My brain has not been working right the last few days. I'm just gonna say that. It just hasn't.
Okay.
It just hasn't. It hasn't been working right.
That's cool.
I don't like it. I don't like it. My brain should work 100% correctly every time. You know?
It goes without saying.
Yeah. But sometimes I'll just disassociate, and I don't like that. I don't like disassociating. You know, it makes me feel weird, and when there's someone around, I feel like it's rude.
Oh,
You know, I don't want to
don't.
be rude.
You're not being rude.
Yeah, but
You
it's
can
also not.
disassociate around me.
I know, but it's like also not very fun for the other person to just look at me go for like 5 minutes.
You're cool.
Oh, thank you.
You'll always be cool. I showed my
Oh,
friend a photo of you because we were going through my photos in San Francisco, and she's like, "This is the one that looks like a colorful bird," and I'm like, "Yo, that's Jack." I
colorful
gotta take a
bird.
yeah, because he had the pink mohawk,
I'll take it.
and I'm like, "Yeah, I have to take a photo of him at an In-N-Out whenever I go to California." That's just becoming tradition.
Yeah. And my brain, and there's part of my brain that is still doing that girl like me or not. I don't know. And I never will know. I'll never know. That's like I'm used to it's like, okay, they like there's like, there's don't like, then there's like, and then there's like. You know? And I'm like, I don't even know. I usually don't have trouble establishing
The
like, don't
level.
like. But I feel whenever I see them, I'm constantly at starting point 0.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what to do, you know? And the only thing I could really think of is she just has a really big emotional wall, you
Yeah.
know? Because normally I can get to know someone pretty quickly, you know? I could share something that I have gone through, or I could just listen,
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, no, that's not what happens. That's
I
not what
mean,
happens. It's like every time I see her, I come away with no information.
meanwhile, you and me got along like
Well,
kerosene and, a bum fire. Like,
that
that's
was
perfect.
that was easy. Like that was simple. Like
There's a chick cutting up jokes that has a child, and I like her.
seems
I
like
like
decent
the
folk. Seems like good people, you know.
like the cut of her jib.
Jib. I like the cut of their jib. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know. But ah yeah, I guess some people just be like that.
I For tax purposes, I assume all women are lesbians and leave them alone. I mean, Riggs, that's damn.
I don't I can't take it that far. I'd get too curious. Cuz I still got to know. I still got to know things. Like, who are they dating? How's it going? Have they ever had to have a fight over a porcelain Elvis statue? You know?
Because if they have, they might be gay.
Yeah. That's a real example, by the way.
I have wanted a porcelain Elvis statue, but I've never gotten one, which I guess means I'm very firmly bisexual. Um,
No, this girl was a lesbian and she loved Elvis, and that was how I knew we were going to get along. Because I was like, okay, you're a lesbian
ooh,
who loves Elvis Presley. That is a personality. That is evidence of
and
a personality. I can do something with that. You know?
yay! Someone mentioned lesbian vampires from outer space. I love that song. Good on you for knowing it. Appreciate you.
Yep. Yeah, so I never assume women don't want to know me, because like when I
You
do
have a
that,
good vibe.
I don't call that the way I think. I call that depression.
Oh,
It's like if I feel like, oh, every woman fucking hates me and everything, that's depression. That's the depression talking. You know, probably does drag as Elvis. They did. They did do Elvis drag.
Well, damn.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, I don't know if there is technically a difference between Elvis drag and just being an Elvis impersonator. But I'm willing to bet that
Vagina.
they're probably probably just gender. Probably just gender is it. Like if you are a cis female, and you do Elvis, you're doing drag.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, depending on the context, it may not be noticed. The drag aspect may fly under the radar, so to speak. Apparently, there is an Elvis statue for you in the Discord.
Oh boy. I wanted to create like little shrines to my favorite artists. So Elvis should have a shrine, Tom Waits, which I guess would just have a pack of cigarettes and, an old hat that I found on a street. I feel like that would be a props. Pack of cigarettes, some MD, like some Mad Dog, definitely.
Yeah.
What flavor Mad Dog? I think for Tom Waits it would be blue raspberry.
Oh man, I just realized something. I might just have to really be myself when I'm being an art director.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's scary. But that's scary because of the way I communicate. And the way I talk about art is apparently not for everybody.
I want boobs big enough to choke 3 men and a taint that could write its own checks on this model. Now go.
Now go. Yeah. Or my favorite line ever. So what is it about this piece that gets your dick hard?
If you don't get at least a half chub looking at this goddamn thing, you did it fucking wrong.
Yeah, you did it wrong. And the thing is I've got a lot of work where I could feel the half chub, the full chub. I could feel it. And then there are some where I'm just like, no, this is not working. This is so not working. Like, why do you do art?
Well, actually, I'm a Christian-based artist. All right, we already got a problem.
All right,
we've
got an issue. Yeah, I did fire someone because they were like, "Well, I'm so worried about the political aspects of this project." I'm like, "What do you mean the political aspects of it?" And I knew what they meant, but I was going to make them say it.
Which you have to.
Because I have to. And yeah, it was the trans stuff, and I'm like, okay, then we don't need to be fucking working together.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Next.
time. Bye. Glad we cleared this up before money changed hands. But that's a big one. That's a big one for me. Like, I try to be polite about it, but like, there were a lot of people where I was like, you are so not getting what I'm trying to put down here. Why
are we doing this?
Why are we doing this? And if it's because you just needed the money, then this was fucked from the get-go, and I have wasted my cash.
Thanks.
Bye. Thanks for wasting my time and my cash. Thanks. Bye. Calling you back never.
And I've had to fucking do that at my work recently. I needed to know who the safe people to talk around were about certain subjects. I found one of my coworkers who I mean, she's a decent lady, But then I noticed her Stanley Cup had a Trump 2024 thing. It's a silver mug, like it's etched in there. If it catches the light the right way, you see it.
Wait,
And
what?
I'm
She
like,
has a Stanley Cup?
yeah, a Stanley mug. Slightly different. They're these fucking Target white lady pieces of shit.
Okay, hold on. Let me hear. Stanley. Oh, those insulated cup things that got
Yeah.
like the bear with the wings on them.
Yep.
Okay, all right. I see what they are. It says Trump on it.
Yeah, it's etched in there in such a way that like when the light hits it, you see it. And if it's like laying flat, you don't. And I'm like, you are not a safe person for me to talk around,
That would,
especially if I get to fucking joking about certain things.
yeah,
Like my earlier comment about someone not listening to fucking Wu-Tang Clan because he would know to protect his fucking neck. Yeah, you're not a safe person to be around or talk to. The girl that came out of a room like, I am so sick of hearing about this dead racist piece of shit. You are fine.
yeah. You're
You have
fine.
passed
You're
the
fine.
test. I love you. I've had to do that a lot, and I don't like how it's skewed. But it's like, right, we're in upper class area in like money town in a shitty place. I should have expected there would be, a certain demographic.
This would be there'd be bullshittery about. There's fuckery about. Careful, man. Careful. Yeah. No, you do got to be careful.
Yeah.
You know, you do. Say it.
Some people in Ohio have lost jobs, have been asked to resign because they made public comments on their Twitter, on their Facebook, and they happen to be city council president. Teachers. They got doxxed. We gonna keep quiet. We're just gonna hang out in the
Yeah.
background on the night shift.
Yeah. That's probably for the best. Well, I like. Reminds me of that Family Guy sketch where they're just in the Midwest, like going through like Colorado, like Nebraska, or Nebraska, New Mexico kind of thing. And they go to a diner, and as soon as they open the door, everyone looks at them, and everyone's wearing a red hat and a shirt that says Trump. And they're like,
just back away slowly.
Back away slowly. And as they're walking through the mass of people, these people in the parking lot who are just standing there. And as they pass them, they just go, Trump! 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 Keep backing away. Don't make eye contact. Or or one of my favorites, like, oh my God, the Fox News must be so loud in there. Yeah,
I mean,
transgender artist that was making an adult Red Arrow comic got fired from DC. Yeah. For comments she had made about Charlie Kirk, had made, like both current and past, and I found myself going like, why?
Why do we care?
Yeah, why is this the political event? Oh no, someone got shot for talking shit.
Yeah.
The old saying, talk shit, get shot. He's proof.
And somebody said online, and I just had to like block the person and keep going because my answer was about to be it shows where I am. Nobody should have to die in front of their children.
Yeah, like George Floyd shouldn't have had to die in front of his kids.
Medgar Evers. I mean, Malcolm X got shot in front of his fucking family. Wait, do you want me to go on? Oh, you want me to stop?
I almost stop. Yeah. Why is
Yeah.
it different than when it happened to George? Why is it different now?
Why is it?
Because it's someone you think is on you see as being on your side of the political aisle. You know, oh, is
Oh, and
that
by
it?
the way, his fucking wife putting the fucking I know. I had to deal with a child and trauma, and I had to learn what to tell him and what to say. What you don't say is anything that would pin what happened on the fucking kid. Daddy went to do a business trip with Jesus to afford your. So enjoy that complex for the rest of her life
Wow.
that
He's
you
doing
fucking
business
caused.
with Jesus. Well, you know what? Jesus is business and kissed
To
my ass.
the direct quote from his widow is Daddy went to do business with Jesus to afford your blueberry budget. I don't know what the fuck a blueberry budget is. It sounds like the kid likes blueberries. And but you've now made it that is the kid's fault.
Wow. That's
Kids don't
fucked.
have the brain capacity to separate things. They can't understand fantasy from reality
I'm
or
gonna
what the fuck you're saying. You fucking psychotic bitch. The fuck.
Yeah. Well, no, they gotta be they gotta be good martyrs. Uh-huh. 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 Oh,
She's already
wait.
selling fucking merch. He ain't even in the fucking ground yet.
Can't let the mascara run.
Pretend you're the new Jacqueline Kennedy. I don't remember her selling fucking t-shirts and memorial
Yeah.
flags for her fucking husband.
Yeah.
Cracker bitch.
Yeah. Well, hey, apparently you preach hate, you can be paid very well. You know.
When your fucking husband is butt buddies with the fucking president too.
Yeah. So, Charlie, one should always speak well of the dead. Charlie Kirk is dead. Good.
Good. Yo, that city council president I mentioned, his tweet was a lot of good people died today. Not that one.
Not that one. Yeah. You know, America had its first public lynching in a while.
Saw that.
Wasn't that
There's
great?
Also a shooting. There was also a
Yeah, it
shooting
was
at a
also a school
homeless
shooting
encampment.
the same day. You know.
At a homeless encampment.
Hey.
So.
Hey, I mean, but Charlie Kirk, he's the real hero here. You know.
Well, obviously those people don't mean anything because they were homeless.
Well, it's more like this. Well, those people don't count because they don't fucking prove Christian persecution, and we're kind of all about that. It's kind of our thing. It's kind of our brand. You know, Charlie Kirk is dead. I can make that about me. And it's okay if I make it about me because I'm all about Jesus.
The white Jesus with the blonde hair.
The white Jesus with the blonde hair. Yeah. Uh-huh. I mean, he could be any color, so why not white?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I like to believe what I think he said.
I know,
and
it's so much better that way.
What they said. What other people tell me they said.
They bring out that Bible. I'm like, I do not have time to read.
Like, I'm looking at this thick-ass book, and I'm like, what do you want me to do with this? And they're like, read it. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. I looked up, like, the Cliff Notes, and, I mean,
I did my own research online, and then...
But some of it gets really rapey and murdery, and I'm not cool with that.
I don't know about that, you know, because it's, like, only supposed to have good things in it, so, like, I think it's a fake Bible.
That goes against my Christian belief. You're fucking stoned. Like, how do you never fucking hear yourself?
It's kind of amazing. It's kind of amazing. It is a skill. It is a skill that they cultivate. Like, this is the thing that distresses me, which is This is a
Kool-Aid Man
choice.
wall break, Anglo-Saxon Jesus. To the tune of
Anglo-Saxon
G.I. Joe.
Jesus.
He looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi. What the fuck? This is our fucking country. Like, the fuck? We got a new trailer for, like, Ryan Murphy's Ed Gein, like, show. And I looked at my dad and I'm like, this fucking makes me proud to be an American. Nothing else. This.
Oh my God.
Where we get a trailer for a John Wayne Gacy show and an Ed Gein show within an hour of each other. Fuck yeah, America. That's what we need to be celebrating. Serial killers that were really fucked up.
Well, that's what we kind of went through a resurgence of that recently. You know, with the whole like the one thing that kind of gives me pause though is why do we got to make them all hot?
Right?
You know, that's the part that weirds me out. It's like, yeah, let's make a hot Jeffrey Dahmer. I got a better idea. Why don't we not?
Well, and Ed Gein looks like, okay, in my rankings of Ed Geins. Now, we're not talking about the actual story here, fellas. I'm going to get that one down right now because this movie, inaccurate as shit. Ed looked great. Movie, not very accurate. The Steve Railsback Ed Gein story. Oh, Steve Railsback was great as Gein. Story inaccurate. You get the Salt Dude, old man. I used to know his name. I don't anymore. God rest his soul. From Home Alone in Deranged. Deranged. Technically, not the Ed Gein story. Is the Ed Gein story. They got more of the facts right, but they couldn't put Ed Gein's name on it. Great story. Not my favorite Gein. And then there was one time Kane Hodder played him, and I'm like, are y'all fucking insane? You need Bill Moseley as like a base plate, and then, you know, go through the Play-Doh.
Yeah. You know, oh man, speaking of, I've come to the conclusion that I watch a different type of true crime than most true crime fans. Because you give me, oh my God, and then she was like totally killed in Acapulco. I'm like,
no.
I don't give a shit. Oh, I don't give a shit. You gotta give me. So we found 5 prostitutes, each one with an X carved into each nipple, and the words written in the victim's blood, "Mommy, I'm a good boy," you know, and just be like, okay, yeah, I can fucks with this. I can watch this. This one sounds good, you know.
Yeah.
But one of the things that really gets me is the number of these serial killers who are like married.
Yep.
And their spouses who basically have no clue.
Fucking BTK. Wife, kids, pastor at the church.
Yeah.
Was buying, torturing, and killing in the background.
Yeah. How do you not suspect something? You know, like, I can understand your brain going like, no, he can't be a serial killer. It's got to be something. He's got to be having like S&M, gay S&M parties or something, you know, and, you know, suspecting something. But no, they're always like, I had no idea. And then everyone goes like, how? How did you have no idea?
Are you sex, just? I don't.
Well, it's one of those, like, every time I see that, I'm like, we very well may be looking at the dumbest woman on the face of the fucking earth.
Seriously. Like, I never saw a problem with the dog cages in the basement and the fact that we had no dogs. But that was, like, his special place, so I didn't go down there much. And, man, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, how... What does someone have to do to get that level of trust out of somebody?
Oh, someone mentioned Richard Ramirez. I love that wacky Richard Ramirez. What are you talking about? Yeah, we go for that. Oh, that wacky Richard Ramirez in my house. But that's really
he was
where
soap poisoning guy, right?
No, he was the crackhead that was in the name of Satan and carving the pentagram on people's like arms and shit.
Oh, right. There was another guy called the Vampire Killer. Because he would exsanguinate people. And they asked him how he picked his victims. They literally picked his victims off of like whether or not the back door was open.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, well, why? It's like, well, that's an open invitation. And you're like, so what? And it's like, to kill them. It's like, you do that, you want to die. And you're like, okay, all right.
Well, yeah.
And then he would go on about how he has this thing called soap poisoning. And that's what drove him crazy. And he's
the thing
offered
that was
this.
made up in A Christmas Story?
No. The evidence of soap poisoning is if soap melts in the shower and it creates that soap scum, you know, like it does, then you have soap poisoning.
Okay. Wow. But no, I was gonna say, Richard Ramirez and Ted Bundy are the OGs of the girly pop, this killer's hot. When chicks are showing up to your trial and throwing their panties, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer, well, no, he wouldn't wish. He would be hoping for a jockstrap or two.
Yeah.
But still, I find that, like, the weirdest thing that humanity has done is like, oh, I would really want to fuck Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey would not want to fuck you. You're in possession of boobs and a vagina.
Of tits and a vagina. That's automatic disqualification.
Sorry. But now, nobody is cuddling up to John Wayne Gacy, but, you know,
did I ever see The Serpent? No, but I've heard of that one. Let me make sure I'm thinking of the right one.
Now, if girly pop, true crime, like, stuff happens with the OG pictures of Ed Gein, I will be shocked, but I will also be buying it because Ed Gein is my shit.
Oh wait, no, wait. Let's see. Oh, okay. You're talking about the TV show, The Serpent. Wait, or is it? Fucking hell.
Guys, like, you're laughing, Victor Necrofunk. Appreciate it. I don't know if you're laughing about my comments about Ed Gein, but let me tell you, that man sold himself out for a slice of apple pie with some cheese on top and a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
When they did the search party for Bernice Warden, he said, I don't know why we're looking so hard. She's up in my barn. And they all took it as, oh, Ed, trying to do fucking humor. Because they all thought he was stupid. And it's like, no, she was strung up in his barn like a deer. And there's the great shot in the trailer of the cop finding the body of Bernice, like being flat out. And like, just the horror and the I'm like, I can't wait to get to that episode. I already want this.
Okay, so
so
I'm assuming by The Serpent you mean the TV series about the French serial killer who was operating in Thailand. Because there are other movies and shows called The Serpent, but they're like not that one.
Yeah, it's about the serial killer who was killing tourists in Thailand and India.
India. Yeah, okay, all right. No, I haven't watched it. That's the one I thought you were talking about, but I started looking it up and found all those other ones.
My favorite was I found a really inaccurate, cheaply made crime documentary, and it had like all these different killers. And me and my dad had more fun correcting, like, no, he did not. H.H. Holmes was not for sexual gratification. It was for money. Fuck you. They don't know the first thing about Albert Fish. Get the fuck off my screen.
Yeah, one of the problems I have with American Horror Story is like the acting's always good, but sometimes the plots are so far-fetched.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
And then,
like that hotel one was a great example of that, where I was like, couldn't this just be about an evil hotel that has a vampire in it, and that vampire is Lady Gaga, and that's the plot?
that should have been it.
That
But
should have been it. Why do we have to involve H.H. Holmes?
Because it's not H.H. Holmes, it's James Patrick March. And let me tell you something. I love his maid. I accept that show as goofy for the sake of being goofy sometimes, but then Ryan Murphy's like, I want to do serious crime documentaries. Okay, cool, man. Just get it right. That's all I will ever ask from someone making these series. Get it right and be respectful.
Yeah.
That's all anyone can fucking ask. I saw somebody who fucking had a problem with the fucking posters. And I'm like, then you did not get the concept. So the posters for the Ed Gein series are, there's like Charlie Hunnam with a chainsaw. And before Leatherface, there was Ed. There's him wearing like a half
But Ed Gein
lady
didn't
mask.
use a chainsaw.
Right. But before Texas Chainsaw, that is loosely based on the Ed Gein murders,
Very loose.
there was Ed.
Yeah.
Before Silence of the Lambs, there was Ed. Before Psycho, there was
Ed.
Ed.
Yeah, yeah.
So there are all these posters, and someone's like, he didn't use a chainsaw, that's bullshit. Much like you did, but I'm like, the point is to make a reference to the movie that based themselves on, and I love that concept.
Oh,
Was
did
it
they
well
have
executed?
multiples of that?
No.
Chris Kyle was
Yeah, they
America's
had a
most
Silence of the
prolific
Lamb
killer.
one where he's wearing half of a lady mask. Before Hannibal Lecter, there was Ed. And one where he's like on a corpse's lap, like a little boy, like cuddling up to mommy. And before Psycho, there was Ed. And I'm like, I want all these in my house right now. Fuck you. This is speaking, by the way, guys, from someone that has chunks of the cornerstone of Ed Gein's house. Collected by Lux Interior for my dad. Like, hey, I got you something special while we were on tour, Bob. Why the fuck did you give this to me? Because it was cool.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. Where is it?
The worst, I think the biggest crime in American Horror Story history,
Yeah.
and I've gotten into arguments about this, was in Carnival. You've got the guy that's capturing freaks and putting them in, like, formaldehyde, like whatever their freaky bit is. Like, and then you've got the guy that wants to be a freak super bad. Now there's subverting expectations, and then there's just being fucking stupid. You drown the guy that wants to be a freak, and you turn the drowning guy, bottle guy, into a freak. Did you guys confuse some script pages? Was the writer asleep and you just decided to, you know, just fill in the bit so you could get it done? I want the alternate version of the series where, you know, I got the right ending.
Did you see? So speaking of Ed Gein,
Yes.
what did you think about the introduction of the movie Hitchcock?
I love that.
It was one of my favorite. It was one of my favorite parts of the movie, just for the sole reason. Michael Wincott as Ed Gein was great.
Yes.
But the real reason was that they perfectly recreated a cold open of Alfred Hitchcock Presents with that thing. You know, lovingly recreated that style in color. You know,
beautiful.
And I just love how the camera pans over and there's like fucking Anthony Hopkins is fucking Hitchcock going, well, brother's been killing brothers since Adam and Eve.
It's so fucking good. And very few times do I think like that gets captured as well. Lovingly doing a bit like that. God, yeah. That was one of the first serial killers I ever studied, and I'm like,
hey everybody.
Everything makes sense though, and that's the sad part. Ugh, I feel gross.
Would never have had the opportunity.
Overbearing Christian mother
heinous crime.
That's babying this poor man his entire life, and he's low IQ.
Yeah.
And he's meant to feel shame over fucking everything. You really had the perfect formula to create this. What the fuck?
Perfect shitstorm.
Even worse, there were kids in the town that got babysat by Eddie.
Yeah, sound about right.
And the parents didn't go in the house, they drop him out, you know. Kids talking about, yeah, he had like a bunch of like cool comic books and true crime books. We weren't allowed to go in the kitchen. But other than that, he was cool. I remember playing with this weird drum. Wouldn't be the one with a nipple on it, would it? When he would go out and do his little kooky dance on the lawn in the moonlight. No. Keep that to myself.
Yeah. Oh my god, we just saw a film called I think it was called Dark Harvest. Oh no, Strange Harvest. That is a horror movie done in the style of a true crime documentary. But as the story goes on, like, you realize what the movie really is. And what the movie really is it's a Lovecraft mythos story told from the perspective of a crime documentary. And what they've done is they've recreated how a Lovecraft story unfolds using that genre. Now, at the end, the genre becomes a bit of a limitation because you don't get a big special effects spectacular. Like, you're kind of hoping that they'll do the Brian Usna and you'll see the monster for a bit.
And they don't.
And they don't. Although, they make it very clear that, like, the evil thing exists.
Yeah.
Like, it's real. You know, you just don't get to, like, lay eyes on it, which I thought was a little bit of a shame.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, there's a question. For me, do you think if Ed Gein had been taken away from his mom when he was a kid and put into an orphanage, do you think he would have grown? I really think that is the perfect combination of mental illness and, like, the wrong fucking upbringing. So would I say he'd be semi-regular? He'd be okay enough. He would still be fucking weird.
Yeah. You still wouldn't trust him. Like, let me put it this way. I think...
I don't think he'd be able to live on his own.
Yeah, no. No, not well. I think the best you could hope for a guy like Ed Gein is he would have spent his life in a mental ward.
Yeah.
You know, because he would have killed somebody.
He would have done something.
He would have done something. You know.
He was very good at fixing farm equipment. His mom did make sure he was a handy guy because, you know, she wasn't going to last forever. But even then, that has its limitations.
Yeah.
And the fact that all women are filled with sin and disease instills the hatred of women and the mistrust of women. But when you're a growing boy and you want to touch a titty, but you've been told that's the worst thing in the world to fucking do and you will burn in hell.
Yeah. And you're not smart enough to individuate outside of that. Like, that's... Yeah, I feel like the circumstances around his life would have been different, but he still would have killed somebody.
It would have been a bar fight. It would have been a misunderstanding over, you know, getting paid about how to fix a tractor.
Yeah, it'd have been something.
And if not, he would have gotten killed him fucking self. He would ogle the neighbor's wife pretty fucking openly.
Yeah. Like, I still think he would have been a panty sniffer. You know, he would never have been normal. There's just no way. There are too many things wrong with him. You know, that has everything to do with just the way he came out.
And a lot of people forget about this because Ed fucking killed him. They say it was an accident. They don't know how it happened. He fucking killed him. He had a brother.
Killed his brother. Yeah.
He had a brother. That was normal. Wife, kids, completely fine. But there was, had to go back to the farm to help take care of the mom when she first had her stroke. There was a fire in the field, and this guy comes up with his head crushed. And they didn't look too much into it.
Yeah,
but
he'd have killed somebody. Something was gonna happen.
And then Ed led them straight to the body after he had called the police because his brother's missing. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. They didn't look too hard into it, but no, he killed his fucking brother. And all I can imagine is, you know, mom's sick. We can put her in a home. We can get you out of here. You're not going to come live with me, but we can find something that would work. Rock dead.
Dead, you know, because that's a solution.
And letting other people take care of her with their dirty little sinner hands. Fuck you.
Yeah, if he even got that far in the thinking process. You know, because that's questionable. You know, like, when we say Ed Gein was low IQ, I mean, like, he really was.
Again, sold himself out for apple pie and coffee.
Yep.
That's what he wanted. He also spent a good amount of time after, sat through the trial like a good little boy. Very childlike in his demeanor, which I think a lot of people miss out on too.
Yeah.
And sat there, took it. They decided that he was criminally insane and not culpable for the murders and sent him to an insane asylum where he died of tuberculosis like fucking 10 years later.
Yeah.
And he was a model patient. He was fine. Took his meds, ate his food, did arts and crafts, and went to bed.
Yeah.
Which I find fucking fascinating. Here's the guy that was,
It's like Ed Kemper. Ed Kemper fascinates me. Because he killed all those women, killed his mom, and then turned himself in.
Yeah.
And it was like, why are you turning yourself in? And his answer was, because I'm done.
I got done what I needed to do.
Yeah, I need to do what I need to do. So now it's time to go to prison.
The one that I love studying, but I always end up baffled, is Ted Bundy. Because it's like...
Ted Bundy is an example of someone who is just twisted on a level so basic.
And it's like, I want to say he's a narcissist, but he's so beyond that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the fact that he had a 9-to-5 job, successful relationships, going at the same time, killing people, and then at the end of his life decided to become a born-again Christian and preach against the sex and violence that created him, which it fucking didn't.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the sex and violence that created it. Well, maybe the
Also,
violence, but like, you know, it. Yeah. He was a pathological narcissist.
but there was also, and it was a fucking comedian that did it, which I thought was amazing. He was fascinated by Bundy too. And he's like, there's a period where Bundy was moving across the states. And there's no, like, record of him really killing. He never admitted to anything. And this guy basically tracked down, like, 5 extra victims that were unsolved murders that fit his MO and when he was traveling through these states while he was moving. And I'm like, that is fucking cool as shit. Like that.
Yeah.
Because you're right, it doesn't make any sense that he would just keep his hands to him fucking self for that long.
Yeah. Yeah, of course he would. Why would he?
I just
You
did
know.
fucking Bundy.
Yeah.
He also escaped from 2 prisons, and no one ever brings that one up, which I'm like, fucker, like, climbed into ceiling vents and shit to try to get out.
Yeah, no, like, one of the things that I find, like, really dangerous. I mean, like, truly dangerous. What's so funny?
It's funny because I was listening to it on my way home from work today, but someone said they had words, a common spat. He kissed him upside the head upside the cranium with that aluminum baseball bat. I'm like, oh, I was fucking rocking out to Primus while I was driving home today. Fuck you. I love that song. And
Well,
yes, it does.
I was, God damn it, what was I thinking of? Yeah, well, one of the things that, like, I really do think is, like, oh, this is, pathological narcissism is, like, levels of bad I think we can't really truly conceive of.
Yeah.
I think it's an entirely different form of consciousness. Like, because I do see it as alien. You know, they are like malicious alien intelligences. You know, because I don't. Not only do they not see people as people, I think that they are incapable of doing so.
Yeah, like, this is psychopathy on a whole different level.
Yeah.
This is like an alien that was sent down, that cannot identify with the person across the street, let alone understand that that's a human too.
Yeah. Yeah. And also have, like, no idea that a person is supposed to have any sort of value whatsoever, and in a fucked up way that includes themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're kind of trying to prove that they're better than people because by their own internal logic they can't be. You know, it just makes my head fucking spin.
Didn't he also get an evangelical asshole that made a bunch of books about disciplining your kids to do an interview with him? Yeah. And that's the famous, before his execution interview, where he was talking about how porn, violence, and different things made him do what he did. No one made him do what he did except himself.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good enough to be a rapist, asshole, piece of shit, abusive motherfucker. He had to take everything from them.
Yeah.
Because he could.
Yep.
Then you get crackhead Richard Ramirez, which there's a weird logic with Richard. It started out as home break-ins and a series of rapes, and then he kept getting away with it. So he thought someone had to be protecting him. It wasn't the guy up there, so it must be the guy down there. And then you start getting in the name of Satan shit. There's a weird, like, thin logic.
Yeah. There's like someone trying to put something together.
In the cracked out brain, like, sure. I guess it makes sense. But the fact that that man got married in prison. He also, for a short time, and I love this story about Richard, because it shows you just what kind of fucking asshole Richard Ramirez was. In a short time, he had to spend, like, prison got shut down. He ended up having to be in the same cell block in a different prison with Charles Manson. And apparently the beefing that went on, because every time someone wants to come and do an interview with me, that asshole has to start with his crazy Charlie shit. Sure. You're you're really okay. The old hippie down the block is pissing you off, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You're both like inhuman pieces of shit and are both sitting on fucking death row right now. But yeah, be mad that he goes "Ugh," every once in a while. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
The unspoken beef between Richard Ramirez and Charles Manson. And Charles Manson is another one. And people are like, why don't, you study all these other serial killers. Why don't you talk about Manson? Because I don't fucking like him. Everyone else got their hands dirty. You sent a bunch of acid out, like, fucking hippies to go do your dirty work and then pretend that you were God.
Yeah.
Fucked, you lazy motherfucker.
Stochastic terrorism kind of shit.
Yeah, fuck you, you lazy motherfucker. You didn't do shit. Get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
Let's talk about H.H. Holmes, because
he
got
real involved.
Yeah. There are so many more interesting people that you don't want to talk about, because there's Charlie. Fuck off. I'm with Richard Ramirez. Little show-stealing piece of shit, bitch.
And I think they ought to do a Batman story that is basically the Joker. It has Batman in it, but it's essentially the Joker versus the Riddler, and like base that relationship off of the Ramirez Manson beef.
But somebody also mentioned out, I'm siding with Ramirez, love that, but there was like an interview, like a videoed interview, and they say they turn the cameras off, and Charlie stops doing the I tasted Jesus's eyeball. He stops, and then he's like asking the guard for a cigarette and can I get another cup of coffee? And they still have the camera on. And he just goes from to, yeah, I mean, I'm fucking bored. Can you guys ask me some better questions? Because if I'm going to be performing for you, you can make this better. Why is the light still on?
Yeah, no, Manson was nuts.
Manson was fucking crazy, but the fact that he could turn it off and I'm going to play it up for the camera. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, you little showboaty piece of shit.
Oh, bad.
John Wayne Gacy. Do you think John Wayne Gacy ever said "ope" while he was killing someone? Oops, sorry, dear. Ah, God. No. Yup, stepped on an entrail. Jesus. It got on my pants. Now my khakis are ruined. Son of a bitch. No, just gotta do more work in the crawl space, honey. Yeah. Can you just iron the clown suit? Thanks.
What was his clown name?
Pogo.
Pogo, right.
And that's an in-joke in the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, is that the comedy club he keeps performing at is Pogo's.
Ah! I didn't see the sequel.
A lot of people hated it. I thought it was fine. I knew it wasn't going to be, like, Oscar worthy. And when you kind of go in with like mid expectations, you're like, that wasn't half bad. The musical numbers were fine. I was surprised Joaquin Phoenix sang as well as he did. I've seen his rap career.
He had a rap career?
He made a fake documentary, like, where it was a documentary, but basically he fooled everybody into, I'm going to stop being an actor. I want to take up rapping, and like made a whole documentary about his rap career. It's not great. Some fucked up shit happens. But also, Joaquin Phoenix as like playing this coked up version of himself. And at one point, he says to a friend, they're hiring hookers, and he says, if you don't help me sniff a chick's butthole tonight, you are dead to me. Like, straight faced. And I'm like, the fact that you did that, I fucking love you. I'm not there.
Oh my god.
That's where you get like the bearded, like wild man bullshit coming out of him, where he got kicked off of like the Letterman show. That was from that period.
Oh man. There is a reason. There are reasons, very good reasons, I think, why I do not own firearms.
I've got a good reason why I don't own them anymore.
Yeah. It's probably somewhat related. You know? Because I'm like...
I get depressed too damn often.
Yeah, I get depressed too damn often. No, I'm not going to have them. But the last several days, I've been driving around town.
Don't shoot the pooper.
Oh no!
Don't shoot your porch pooper. That's.
Oh no! Not that kind of thing. Just anytime someone gives me static, all of a sudden I'm just mentally like, I'm not doing anything. It's just like that's what's going through my mind. It's like, do I have to just like, just to get this motherfucking cup of coffee?
Yeah. There's a song that I suggest you listen to after the stream called How Do You Even Exist by the Dead Milkmen.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, the Dead Milkmen. Oh, yes, very familiar.
But just a song about being annoyed, ordering in a restaurant. And, oh, I hope this kimchi is as good as the kimchi I had in the Nikon province. Guess what? It is going to be as good, because all the waiters are going to be shoving that spoon up their butt, and then it's going to taste the exact same. You know why? Because everyone in the Nikon province stuck that spoon up their butt too, and that's why it tastes the same.
Oh, what does static mean in this context? Shit. Just gives me shit.
Oh.
You're honking behind me at the drive-through coffee shop like a fucking asshole. Like you come up to me and you tap on the glass of my fucking car to have a conversation that I clearly don't want to have. I am in a motherfucking car. I want to talk to you. What conversation could I possibly be having? That no good conversation starts that way.
Immediately.
Jesus. Or that guy honking behind me because like I'm moving too slow because I'm parking.
I had that. I was on the phone with Josh. This fucking boomer piece of shit in a Ford F-1800 with the fucking truck nuts on it.
Oh, God.
Is riding my ass, and I'm like, it's 35 through here. If you want to go 40, go the fuck around me. I'm following the speed limit. Get fucked.
Yeah, get fucked. You know, other shit I need to be doing. You know,
It's 7 in the morning. There's traffic ahead of me. I'm not gonna go 70. Fuck off. If I need to brake suddenly, it would fuck up my day and your day if I was going 70 right now.
yeah. I had a
always
guy
love
go
that.
around me, different situation, earlier today. You know, I had my window down, and I'm like, "Cause this guy's gonna try to give me the look." As he goes around me, he's gonna try to give me the look. You know, he comes around, I'm like, "I knew you were gonna fucking do that." You know, and I was, you know, twitchy eyeball, yeah. Because I'm just so sick of I had also just like had this big conversation about fragile masculinity, so I was kind of already amped up because nothing fucking. That's one of the spots where I start to go crazy. You know, like when you're watching a guy try to prove his manhood, but the longer he goes, the less manly they become.
I love that. I also love when someone speeds to go around you and they're honking, they're flipping you off, and then you hear the boom from the cop that decided to pull him over. That's always fun.
Yeah.
I see that a lot.
I made one apologize. I had a guy that to me, so I was like, I'm not doing anything in particular right now. I'm following him. And every time I could, you know, you stop the car. I'm always trying to get into the lane so I can just stop right next to him. You know, they after like the second time I did that, they started to get nervous.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to see what happens if I keep doing it. And eventually they apologized. And I'm like, okay.
I've got a story
Go back
from
to my day.
dad that I am going to say, and you got to keep in mind when I'm telling this story, he was about 17, 18. He would take the bus over to my mom's side of town and walk to her house.
Right.
It
Okay.
was snowing. There was a bit of slush on the street. Guy hits a puddle, sprays my dad. Purposefully.
Oh.
Because you're an asshole in the 70s. So my dad keeps walking, pissed off that this guy did this. And you know who got stuck in a snowdrift?
That
guy. Do you know who got pulled out of their fucking car and beat against the hood of their car? That guy. And then after my dad whooped the shit out of this guy, bloody nose, you know, sore face, drive me to my girlfriend's house. And the guy did.
Yeah, because what else you gonna do at that point?
But you know what you don't do? Spray slush on the kid that's, the Golden Gloves boxer for his school. You picked the wrong one today, son.
Yeah.
But there were so many times that it was like, my dad is gonna fucking kill somebody. And it's because they're being stupid. You can't kill people for being stupid, Bob. You want to. And then he gave me, and this came out of so much frustration from the day my brother had fucked up, got sent home from school. He had to pick me up because I was sick. He's already frustrated. And a woman brake checked him. Where they pump the brakes to make you hit the brakes because you piss them off. And I put my hand on my dad, I'm vomiting right now. I am sick. You cannot do this. I am the hand of Darwin, and she needs to be slapped. think about that quote a lot.
Wow. Wow.
I'm like, I'm so glad you don't keep a gun in the car. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, some of us
There
got
was-
anger problems. Yeah.
there was one time he did have a gun in the car. We were coming back from the shooting range, and he didn't like the way someone was eyeing me up at a Walmart. And I'm like, don't go for the gun, don't go for the gun, don't go for the gun.
Dad,
Like,
don't go for the gun. Nothing's happened. You know?
He followed us out to our car.
Oh.
Right? And I'm like, it's happenstance, Dad. He doesn't mean it. You don't mean it, right? And the second, like, I was like freaking out, I think the guy freaked out and left. And it's like, thank God. You would
Yeah.
have gotten shot today.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't do nothing yet.
Like, he's not picking up the energy that your dad is putting out.
Yeah.
You know?
My dad
Until
will-
the girl's like, Daddy, don't do it.
Plus, I had just shot the cock off of. Okay. He took. First time at the shooting range. It's a magical time. My dad says, hey, you're supposed to aim for the chest. I said, Dad, I knew what I was aiming at. I pulled the target up and I had shot between the legs. If you're giving me a gun, no. I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to make sure that whatever reason I decided to use the gun ain't going to be the reason someone else has to use one. You understand?
Right, right.
Pepper spray or a knife. You know, girls are packing these days. Just be aware. We're fun.
Oh, man. That reminds me of this thing I heard about. Okay, so I'm a, you know me, tabletop role-playing guy.
Yeah.
You know, I love me some tabletop role-playing games. So I will occasionally watch YouTube videos on the subject. And sometimes I will follow some of these people on social media.
All makes sense. All well and good and fine.
Yeah. One of the guys I follow is this guy called B. Dave Walters, who
Okay.
used to be Wizards of the Coast's, like, celebrity game master. Like, he's the guy that ran the D&D game that had the Stranger Kids things in it.
Oh, right on.
You know. Well, one day he kind of disappears. Like, not like, and you got the feeling something had happened.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't totally disappear from, like, the internet or anything, but, like, you didn't see him doing stuff as much anymore. And so
What
it was
happened?
like, what happened? You know, did you quit? Did you get fired? Did something
happened?
go
Yeah.
wrong? And he never really talked about it until yesterday. Yesterday, he's like, so a lot of people were wondering what the hell happened. Why I wasn't running as many games anymore, and why my appearances became more sporadic. Well, this guy put together a video about the whole thing, and I will vouch for my side of this. He got my side completely right. You know, no notes. I can't speak for anybody else who was mentioning the damn thing, but, like, as far as I'm concerned, this is the truth. It was a video all about this other celebrity game master who would, when she got into conflict with people, she would accuse them of sexual assault in order to get them fired.
Oh.
And she had a really big habit of doing this against black guys. And B. Dave
Oh.
Walters, a black guy. And at first he was just like, what the hell did I... First of all, he was like, what the hell did I do? You know. But the video is like, yeah, she has a history of this. She has a really bad history of this.
Yeah.
So that's why he had, the Smosh drama. Yeah, that's why B. Dave Walters got fired. Was because of these rumors, because they don't want the stink of sexual assault like anywhere near him. So just being accused was bad enough to get him fired.
Wow.
Yeah, but turned out all fabricated. And the it's everyone going, like, oh no, you got yourself like an Emmett Till kind of scenario going on here, where nobody did nothing.
Wow.
Nobody did nothing. And yet she's just, so of course it's a white girl. And I'm just sitting there going, oh my God. What the hell? Yeah, using SA claims as a weapon is pure evil. Like, it's pure selfishness. Yeah, but yeah, it is a Smosh drama, Victor. I hadn't heard of it.
What's the guy's name again?
B. Dave Walters?
Okay.
Yeah, what you doing?
Nothing. I want to look at this later.
Okay. Yeah, but they found interviews with a bunch of people talking about it, to the point where you're like, yeah, I think we've got a pattern of behavior here. And the pattern of behavior here is, I know as a pretty white girl I can get away with accusing people of sexual assault, so I do.
Wow.
It doesn't work so well against the white guys, but whatever. But it will work against other women of color. Because she did that as well. And how she doesn't feel safe around them. And I'm watching this video, and in my twisted, horrible mind, I'm like, damn, are you like just the most rapeable woman in the hobby or something? What the hell's
Jesus.
going on? Oh, another thing she does?
Mm-hmm.
Keeps saying that she's going to show the receipts, and then they just never show up.
Huh.
I forget what the girl's actual name is, because I was pretty sure I didn't want to remember.
Jesus.
Because when I find people who behave like that, I only want to remember their name as a warning.
Yeah.
Because I'm a rough, weird guy, and I just don't need that in my life.
Yeah.
Because I think there would be plenty of people who wouldn't believe that I sexually harassed someone, but I don't think there's anyone who would go, why would you accuse him?
Oh.
It'd be one of those, like, I don't think he did, but, okay, yeah, I can see why, why you would. It's not
the
total
goatiest of the
mystery.
scapegoats?
What?
What are you, the goatiest of the scapegoats?
I'm the goatiest of the scapegoats.
Ugh.
Yeah, but isn't that gross?
That's terrible.
Yeah. So let me tell you
There were-
another story that I think you'll think is actually kind of amusing.
Yes.
It also has to do with tabletop role-playing games. So,
Yes.
are you familiar with the game, the tabletop game Cyberpunk?
Yes.
Okay. Are you familiar with its creator, Mike Pondsmith?
No.
Okay, so the guy who created that game is named Mike Pondsmith, who is
Okay.
a black dude. Unless you actually meet the man, you would never know this, even if you heard him in interviews, because he just sounds like a white guy with a deep voice.
Okay.
You know. So anyway, he did this live play for a convention, for a big convention. You know. And
those are getting popular.
Yeah, and I'm like listening to it. I'm not really paying attention to the video part because it's usually just 5 heads.
Yeah.
You know. So he introduces people, and he gets to this player named Matthew. And he's like, okay, Matthew, describe your character. He's like, okay, so, you know, he's got this really cool jacket on. He's wearing like inline skates. He's a hacker. His name is Serial Killer. And I'm like,
It's
fuck?
Matthew Lillard?
It was Matthew Lillard, yeah.
He is such a fucking D&D nerd. Have you watched his D&D show?
I have.
I love his D&D show. Holy shit. I wasn't that big a fan of, oh god, Matthew Mercer's thing.
Critical Role.
But I was so fucking down for Matthew Lillard. He actually came out, this is how big, if you guys don't know how big a D&D nerd Matthew Lillard is, he's played with Vin Diesel, who's also a huge D&D nerd. And I think him and a couple more D&D players like that are also actors all went in on a liquor company that are based on different classes in D&D, and I want one of the bottles so much, and they're like fucking $200 and I don't drink.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard also owns a RPG company called Beetle and Grimm.
Yeah, and the liquor company is also Beetle and Grimm.
Is also Beetle and Grimm?
Yeah. And I love him so much. Like, he is such a fucking nerd. And
he was among the most pleasant celebrity Twitter pals I had.
Aww.
You know, it was a very interesting conversation. He was like, gosh, I'm just trying to get people to like be interested in this company, but it's not getting any obviously he's frustrated. It's not getting as much traction as it needs. I don't know what to do, but every time someone mentions Scream, I get like so much engagement.
Likes.
I don't know what the hell to do with it. You know, it's just getting in the way. And I was like, well, you could leverage that. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I mean, if you put yourself at the forefront and let everyone know that you're Matthew Lillard, that guy from Scream, I'm betting that on social media, that'll be gold.
And it was.
And it was. It was gold. And I was like, I get to feel like I made a change in the world. You know,
yeah.
I was partially instrumental in a little change in the world, and that felt good. You know,
that brings me the same smile. And I was just looking at the photos again today. When I met Dave Foley, I was terrified to meet him because, much like Matthew Lillard, I love this man. I had such a crush on him growing up. I'm 8 years old watching Kids in the Hall with my mom and just being like, that blonde one. And now he's a fucking adorable aunt in a Pixar movie. Sign me the fuck up. So when I meet him, which it was very last minute that everything got arranged for me to go to this convention and meet him. I was like, it's so wonderful to meet you in person. The only other time we've actually had like a little back and forth was when I complimented your tits on Twitter. And he went, oh, you mean the ones from the new series? Those were a good set, weren't they? They were a great pair. And I'm like, yes. Immediately, yes.
Which series was this for?
Kids in the Hall when they brought it back. I'm like, I said, goddamn, you guys might have grown up. but the gender comedy has stayed the same. And he said, thank you. And I said, by the way, your new character has great tits. Her name is Olga, and she's in episode 5. Check her out. I'm like, cool. And then, like, bringing that back up. I mean, but that's, like, every time I had, like, a fangirl moment because Jeffrey Combs, like, responded to me, or there's one time he retweeted, like, something I said, and I was like, oh my god. I've met him and was totally fine, and somehow on Twitter I was like, Jeffrey Combs liked my comment. What the fuck? I remember, like, the trailer for the second season of Creepshow came out, and I'm like, did I just see Jeffrey Combs dressed like a Nazi squaring up with a werewolf? Good to know everything's perfectly normal in the world of Jeffrey Combs. And the one that got the retweet was, he does the one-man show where he's Edgar Allan Poe, because the Black Cat was so great. And they released, like, the performance on Audible, and I, like, gave this loving review, and he retweeted it, and I'm like, I was noticed by the god. Speaking of being noticed by
me, senpai. You know? Yes.
And then he will look down on me with his beady brown eyes, dressed as Edgar Allan Poe, and say, love him. But no, there's a movie marathon here in Cleveland called 12 Hours of Terror. And I mean, since COVID, I haven't really gone. It's just been difficult with the kid and everything. And I'm faced with you have to go. They made this one for you, girly. You have to go. They announce a couple of the movies before it happens. One of them, Poltergeist. I'm on Poltergeist. Good for references. I can sit through it. Not my favorite horror film. The fact that they're showing It's Alive, Maniac, and Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, that's the shit.
I have to go. And I have to bring my Joe Spinell doll. And I might have to go as a bloody mannequin. But I'll go. I love this. This was literally the film, like, choices were just, hey, you know, like, your top 3 favorite horror movies? Yeah. And thanks to 12 Hour Terror, I've seen Evil Dead 2 on the big screen. I've seen Reanimator, Basket Case, a couple different ones. Brain Dead, which is great.
Brain Dead's really good.
So good.
Yeah. Sorry, I have a fondness in my heart for It's Alive because
the baby chasing the milk truck is one of my favorite scenes in fucking history.
Yeah. It's one of those movies that where you go, how serious were you when you made this movie? Because I can't tell.
As serious as I had to be, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. They found another one, you know.
That's a story about a mother's love. I watch it every Mother's Day with Aliens.
Aliens, right?
Yeah, Aliens.
Right.
And then, you know, what's Father's Day in my house? Well, usually something my dad picks. I watch Forbidden Planet if I'm on my own because that's the movie that my parents met at. A rescreening of it. It's so cute. Thank you, Star Trek Conventions, for allowing nerds to hook up and eventually make a me. And Terminator. And my dad went, why fucking Terminator? And I'm like, it's one of the best stories that is about the ultimate goal, making a child. That's about knowing your dad. It's all about a dad that knows he has to fuck somebody to create the savior of the future. Thank you. No. And one of the best boy and dog movies is Terminator 2. Fight me on it. You won't. No one will. because they're like, actually, yeah, when you put it like that, it's like, yeah, it's a boy and his pet Terminator doing shit.
Yeah.
Next, my favorite take on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you look at the hippies as the villain, Leatherface is completely justified. There's a poor, mentally handicapped man just doing his shit in Texas, you know, trying to provide for his family. You know, he's got his brother who's an abusive dickbag, but, you know, he still loves them because they're family. And these kids keep coming into his fucking house, just breaking in and looking around and shit. Defending your home. Thank you. That's as American as apple pie. Oh, and did I mention his brother's a fucking vet? Yeah. And y'all want to just step up in on this and mess with him? Fuck you. You deserve that hammer to the head. Oh, also Tommy. Poor kid walked in on Evil Dead 2 while I was cleaning. I needed that good background noise. And it's like, I was watching that movie when I was a little kid. My dad showed me Army of Darkness first. Then, well, if you like that, you'll like this. Mama, what are you watching? Oh, dude, you don't want any of this. Just keep on going. No. That zombie lady looks kind of cool. I'm like, yeah, that, you know, Linda. It's, you know, something, sit down, watch a couple minutes. What's going on with his hand? It's possessed. It doesn't matter. And when it got to him sawing off his own hand with the chainsaw, I just hear the, oh no, from the couch behind me, and I'm like, eh, shit, that might have been too much. That too much? Nope, he was still in on it. Just like, that was really gross. I'm like, it's supposed to be. Moving on. Ew, Mom, that lady just swallowed an eyeball. No, she spits it out. You can see. I rewind the movie to show the chick spitting out the eyeball. See, she spits it out. It's good. You really have a problem with her swallowing the eyeball and not, like, we just hacked up our girlfriend with a chainsaw? Do we seem fine to you?
Never really gave it a thought. Funny how you still manage to surprise me sometimes.
Love it. But now he's like, Mom, I want to watch Chucky. No, we can't watch Child's Play. That's a little bit beyond your years. I'm happy to dress you up as Andy, but you can't see it yet. I actually did, like, Tommy, when he was a little bit younger, would carry around the Chucky doll the way Andy does in the movie, and I'm like, how fun would that be to bring to a convention? Just dress him up, you know, in the little good guy jammies, and let him run around with the doll, and he's not Chucky, he's Andy with the Chucky doll. I dress myself 80s as shit and follow him around and call him Andy. We're good.
Nice working with you, V. Yeah.
Love that.
With you too, Johnny.
I'm still riding the high. I can't wait to see what comes of what happened last night. I want to see what changes might happen at my work, if any. So it's not a secret to the chat that I have not been happy at work, and they've kind of been fucking with me for a very long time. And yesterday I get a call from a friend who's working downstairs that says, hey, there's an independent contractor here and he's interviewing everybody. Just deadpan, and I'm like, fuck. And get interviewed about how the building's being run because they're trying to figure out why so many people are leaving at once. And I sang like a canary. I did not hold back on anything. And now we play the waiting game. And he said he was coming back to re-interview everybody to see if conditions have improved. I doubt they will. I mean, there was one day we didn't have linen. Like, we had like maybe, for 40 people, 10 washcloths, 12 towels that I turned into fucking washcloths, a couple blankets. We didn't have linen to take care of people. And that's 4 days we went without an actual like master schedule to look at to figure out where people were going to be. We had to call our boss and be like, yo, what the fuck are we doing here? Because she couldn't drive the 20 minutes to work to put out a schedule. And, oh, you're downstairs. Click. Not what hallway I was on, not responsibilities, not who was coming in, what was going on. It was just, you're downstairs. Okay.
I'm just scared for you.
Start working downstairs. You've been working the wrong hallway for 2 hours. What are you doing? If we had the master schedule, this wouldn't be a fucking problem. So getting to go, yeah. Do you feel safe at work? One of the residents broke my arm, and in 10 years of doing this, I've never been beaten up more than being here. So no, I don't feel safe, and they don't take me seriously when I tell them I get my ass handed to me. I get told to reapproach people. Just ridiculous. Some of these people have serious mental issues, and we're not allowed to say no to taking them into our building. And when we say, like, look, they're talking about, like, blowing the place up and how they want to get a gun and kill us all. Oh, well, if they get more violent, like, you can obviously send them out. But call the doctor first and see what they want to do. And then see what you can do for them. How about we get the fucker that's threatening our lives out of the building? That'd be great. That'd be cool. No? Okay.
Yikes.
Don't you want to get out of here?
Really
No, I'm
thinking
gonna
you
stay
get a
here until they
rat's
close the
dick how
fucking
you
doors.
look.
Which, if this is bad enough, they might. They're opening up 2 more facilities in different areas that are close. It ain't looking good for us. But I'll stay on. I'll get that last dollar.
Oh, jeez.
I don't give a shit. But yeah, if you think any of us
Shit,
said
gotta
nice
pack
things,
too.
you're...
And I gotta stop talking to you, V.
The guy was very nice, though. But yeah, I'm still riding that high,
Not much,
even now.
but I'm all right with that.
Because shitty people deserve to be brought up on shitty behavior.
Yeah.
If shitty management needs to get called out.
Yeah.
In every
What
way.
it, hey, Horror Mom, I don't know what that is.
Where?
Can't see it from here.
So that's what I think about it. I don't know.
Where to now?
Hustle in Wellington, New Zealand, burned down from arson from a disgruntled tenant.
Give
5
all
people
that
died.
up.
Exactly.
So should you. Bad for your body.
And there are so many
bad for
horror
your soul.
stories. You know, it's
Where to
a
now?
federal offense to, you know, beat up a cop or a fireman,
got a
but
bus to
there's
catch.
nothing for healthcare workers.
The person you just
Nothing.
visited. He died a while ago?
He's fucking crazy.
Man.
And like fucking healthcare violence is up, which is fucking sad. But we've got problems in the system, and
I was about to say, I can't say I'm surprised.
the orange crayon in charge ain't helping shit.
No, I imagine he's actually a source of a lot of it.
Yeah, and then I'm sorry, the chuckle fuck that sounds like he's been, you know, eating rocks, which knowing him, he probably has.
Rocks are a very important part of your daily minerals.
I might have made jokes about if he were a doctor during a certain event. Get me the colloidal silver and some peat moss. We can bring him back.
Oh, man.
While he's chewing on a bear. Like, do you ever look at our fucking, like, the cabinet that he's chosen and just gone, what kind of fucking clown show are you running?
Well, it's
let alone this idiot says gun violence hasn't been a problem since recently. I'm sorry, do you not remember who your fucking dad is?
I know. I know. It is he actually JFK's son?
RFK.
RFK. I thought he was like a cousin or something.
He's related to one or the other, but it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, do you not know who the fuck you're dealing with?
Yeah.
No. You've got no fucking social awareness, do you?
No, there's something up with him mentally.
Yeah, RFK Jr. So yeah, his dad was RFK.
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
No, do you not know who your fucking dad is? Back to it. I got the pictures. That help? No memory? Oh, right, brainworm. That's why he said it. He doesn't remember. The brainworm ate that part. Mystery solved. I should have known. So smart. Put me on the cabinet. It also ate part of my vocal cords. Yeah, no shit. Look up Bubsy the cat. Okay. I'm scared. And I don't know if I should be.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm scared of a lot of things. Okay. It's like an animated cat thing. Cool. Cats are cool. Cat with a little exclamation point. I'm down for that. Yeah. You're talking to someone that like is excited that she got I have no mouth and I must scream on her Switch. So I'm really out of the loop on most video games. You know, the 1995 Harlan Ellison classic computer game. I have no mouth and I must scream. Got it on my Switch. And I'm excited to play it, even though I played it on my computer many times.
Oh
Oh.
man.
They've remastered it and made it playable. Cool.
Oh.
I'll try anything once.
Yep, I have to pay COVID shot out of pocket. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
and it's
Don't give an ADD person things to look at while they're streaming because you'll come
right.
up with your cramps zombie aftercare shirt and just be like, oh yeah, I do own that.
Man, you got two ADHD people, and I think my ADHD brain is starting to crash.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
I talk too much. Damn it.
No. It's not. That's not the problem.
You people today is the problem.
People today. What the hell? How dare you? You know, no, just
Remember name. It is on Switch and you can get it on the Nintendo eShop. And it's $10. Go check out. I have no mouth and I must scream.
Wow. They want. I'm pretty sure Bruce Lee would have kicked her dad's ass.
Yeah.
I have much respect for this man that I've never met. For this man that I haven't met yet. But I mean, I'm pretty sure he doesn't think he could kick Bruce Lee's ass.
No. It's you know, there are people that I'm sure are in the roster. Not Bruce Lee, Bruce Campbell. My dad definitely wanted to fight him and would have been fine with
Bruce
it.
Campbell's fightable.
Harlan Ellison, also fightable.
Fightable.
Who else? Oh God, he played the dickbag alcoholic father in Rob Zombie's Halloween. Forsythe. William
John
Forsythe.
Forsythe?
Yeah. Definitely beatable.
Right.
Definitely fightable. Worth fighting, too. Depending on how you look at it, he was just a dick to his kids. Well, me and my brothers.
Right.
Forsythe was. Like, yeah, no, meet you in the fucking parking lot, you goddamn asshole. That kind of shit. Yeah, don't be mean to my dad's kids, because, like, he'll just want to fucking kill you. Tom Sullivan, the guy that did the effects for Evil Dead 2 and Evil Dead 1, dad wanted to have a parking lot fight pretty immediately with that fucker, too. And it's pretty much still on site, and he lives here, so
So that could happen.
yeah. And now there's, like, half a lawsuit that was mounted against my dad by Tom. Don't get it confused with Tom Savini. Tom Savini and my dad are still cool. Tom Savini, best babysitter, good mac and cheese.
So
Tom
it's like
Sullivan.
I can imagine Tom Savini getting into a fight, but like,
No, he would just roll up his sleeves and whose ass are we kicking, Bob?
yeah. Like if they, let me put it this way: if they had a problem, I'm pretty sure this would not be a theoretical fight. I'm pretty sure it would have just happened.
Yeah. No, really, security had to break my dad and Tom Sullivan off of each other. But then my dad one year was selling he labeled them haunted books. This guy didn't have a fucking case. But one looked too much like the Necronomicon, and he got a cease and desist from Tom Sullivan. Dad's like, fucking really? It's a book with a face on it. It doesn't look anything like the Necronomicon. It's just a book with a face on it. The fuck?
V, it's good to meet
So
again.
there's the little, like, hump of I've got a lawyer and I'm ready to sue. You're gonna lose? Okay. You own books with faces on it. I'm sorry, sir. For the rest of the time. Fuck.
God.
But Forsyth, me and my brother really wanted to meet him because I've almost got everyone's signature. No, it has Rob Zombie's signature on it. I've got a Halloween poster in the basement. I'm still missing Scout Taylor Compton and the PJ Souls fill in the Rob Zombie, um, and Junie from Spy Kids. Like those are the people I'm missing on my Halloween poster. But when we met fucking Forsyth, like we had a skull for him to sign, we had a pumpkin, and we had my poster. And he's like, that's too many things for me to be signing right now. It's 3 things, dickhead. The fuck? And well, I might not even feel like signing later. I might go back to my hotel room. My dad was ready to fucking dog walk this guy to the parking lot. Like, and would have. I don't know how many people would have stopped him if he was that much of a dick to us. No, we're done here. I love when I've seen my dad get like that. It's just like, yeah, you're a good dad. Pat, pat.
Man.
I've got the vape and I've got the cigarette going. I've hit a point.
Do you need to go?
No, I'm just saying that I wanted the peach flavor, but I was smoking a Marlboro. So I decided to do both. Someone saw me doing that at a dialysis clinic once, and they're like, how the fuck do you manage to breathe? And I'm like, well, the first step is to not like yourself so much. And then the next step is to fucking do it.
All right. But I gotta take
Yes.
a whiz. I gotta
go
take the
pee.
whiz, so I'll be right back.
Go take your quiz. It must be a very hard quiz. What I'm saying. Sued by Dawn. Sued by Dawn. Yeah, like, dude, no, I remember everyone that was nice to me, and I remember everyone who was an asshole. But I'll tell you, one of the biggest nice guys, this stays here. He's not here to hear this story. I try to tell quick because I know he quick pisser. Tom Tolles, who no longer with us, was like, he seemed real tough and like really, think about it. Otis from fucking Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, and the cop from House of a Thousand Corpses, and a billion other things where he played a mean asshole. He was such a teddy bear. He was a little baby boo. He was so happy and so like excited that like kids knew him, like younger people knew him. I mean, I wasn't a kid, I was 17, but still. And I'm like, I really love you. And, just so many things you do. And actually, can you sign this for me? And he was so into signing. Later that night, I'm going to their costume ball at this horror convention. And he immediately goes, "You're Baby." And I was dressed up as Baby during the Showtime segment. So glittery dress, big hair, everything. And he wanted a photo of me and then to take a photo with me in the outfit. And to have somebody that was in the fucking movie want to take a photo of my costume was like fucking amazing. And then it was like VIP party time later that weekend. And me and my brother were, the ones that got tickets, and we were sneaking my dad in later. And you could do that. It was fine. At a certain point, they stopped checking the door. But Tom Tolles comes up to us and just, something, I want to let you guys know, you really made my night the other night, just knowing me. And, it was wonderful to meet you. And you seem like a very great group of kids. And, just the best to you in your future. Honestly, you're some of the most kind and very sweet. And you don't get a big head around us and everything else. And you like just so like nice about, being teenagers at a convention. We were respectful. That's how we were raised. We've been going to these things since we were two. And like he turned and left. And so we turned. And my brother, loud as shit, goes, "Where the fuck is the cheese cart?" Because we were making jokes that we were fancy because we got to go to a VIP party. My brother goes, "Yeah, this is great. That was so cool. Where the fuck is the cheese cart?" And just hear the cackle of laughter behind us, and it's like, oh, Tom heard that. And we looked, and he was just like doubled over laughing that we were these nice polite kids that just said, "Where the fuck is the cheese cart?" Brilliant. How's your dad? Hope his back is doing better. His back, honestly, he is so much better without pills. Like now that he's just on those special gummies, that special kind of candy,
Ah,
his back is so much better and his memory is so much better. He's right now building a fucking battle droid from Star Wars with my son, and that's been his little pet project. So
what the
the
do?
Snoopy robot, as we've named him, will be ready eventually.
Oh, oh,
Hello.
there's Snoopian.
Okay, the battle droids from episode 1,
Yeah,
the tall Roger fuckers.
yeah.
So first, this story can start kind of, I think, back in May or June. And my dad, no, Josh was coming when my dad um had bought the first version of this. Dad comes to me because I help manage the finances. I have to, I'm the mom. Um, and do I can we spare, you know, maybe $450 out of your next paycheck? And I'm like, it's a hefty price there, Pop. What are we looking at? So when my dad's back gets bad, he has projects. Those little droids that I've sent pictures of and everything else, those
Mm.
are his projects. Or Tommy will come out with some weirdo, like, I want to build a Star Wars slug. And they do it.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, they will, like, my brother or my son will come up with a concept for, I want to build a purple slug that's spitting in the eye of that droid because it's got green goop on it. And I want it to be the reason. My dad is like, 100% get the polymer clay, build it to the kid's specifications, and like sits there every step of the way with my son to show him if you can think it, you can do it, which is so cool. So he's like, it's for a battle droid. And I'm like, the
Okay.
fuck? You want to spend $450 for a battle droid? Right. Pop what? And he's like, don't get me wrong, it's not small. It's like you sized. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, I've got the one that's about Tommy's size. So why not get a big one? And something, it's a project I can keep working on while my back's bad and this, that, and the other. I'm like, okay, but I want you to know something. It ain't 100% yours. It ain't. Because after you die, I know I take a majority of this stuff with me. I've already made peace with that. But it is not 100% yours. About 25% belongs to me, and the rest of the percentage belongs to my son. Because if you don't think that kid is going to be up your ass every fucking day about where you're at with it, what color are you painting it, what can he help with, can he hold something, can he do something, da 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 da, like a little kid would,
Right.
you would be fucking mistaken. There is no way in hell my child is going to be chill about this. You know this going in. Go with God.
Yes.
And, I worked a couple extra shifts, made up the money. I'm like, you got your money. Buy the thing. First guy scammed him.
Oh.
So we're dealing with this kind of quietly in the background while we've got Josh here and we're, doing Tommy's birthday and everything else. And comes back. Like we get a full refund, apologies from Etsy and everything else. And someone I trust is making another battle droid at my request. Can I have another $450 to buy a battle droid?
Do you get the old money back?
Yes.
Okay.
And right. And it got used to fix the dryer and everything else. It was perfect timing, really, for like shitstorm happened, got money back. Cool. And I'm like, okay, I'll work a couple extra shifts and you will be able to buy your battle droid. Because this seems to be something, if you're going to keep bringing it up every couple months, eventually I'm going to say, fuck it, buy it.
Right.
It showed up the other day.
Ah.
So now this has been the thing. And it's a Roger battle droid and everything else. And my dad got to do something I have been waiting since I was a child for. I'm not going to say it outright. But your son wants to know when I'm going to start working on the ankles. And I'm like, oh. So he's been your little helper on this project, yeah? Yeah. Been on me about buying you super glue so you can keep working on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whole new set of Allen keys had to buy. Mom, he's out of super glue. We need more super glue. Mom, we need special keys. We need keys. I don't know if your car keys will work. And I'm like, buddy, Allen keys, they're different. Allen wrenches, they're different. It's fine. I'll get you some. And my dad has been comparing my son to Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein. No sleep, work. But they have been respectful. They work on this when I am asleep or when I'm at work. So they can just have boys' time and focus down on building their robot. But Tommy looked at the little drawings in the maps of the droid and went, it looks like Snoopy. So it's a battle droid whose name is Snoopy. And my dad's like, actually, it should probably be droid number SNO and then dash OPY. And I'm like, oh my God, you're really going. The one that's the size of my son, it's such a weird little fucking droid. It's called a pit droid. They're all over the scene with the pod racers. But like you tap its head and then it comes out and then like it'll go back into its little clamshell head. It's one of those. And that was when my dad had this horrible infection and was going to be bedridden for a while and he needed something to do. So we got him that. And he named it Pip. P1P, Pip. And we would even do little noises while he was working on it. He bought a little nurse's cap for it because he was sick. And I would do wow wow because he put the little nurse's cap on it. And sexy nurse droid. Funny. But now I'm like, what am I gonna do for what's the voice of the Snoopy battle droid? Like Snoopy.
Oh my God.
After the droid is built, take a picture of it. And him dressed as a Red Baron, son of a bitch. I might just dress my son up as Cool Joe and have it next to the Snoopy.
Oh my God. Yay.
It's the fun little things.
Yeah,
Finished
it's
Stonehenge.
the little things in life, really. You know,
Went to
like,
see Spinal Tap 2.
yes.
Went in with medium expectations. Ended up being like, that was good. For a sequel for a film that came out 40 years ago, I don't hate this. We
Excellent.
were the only two people in the theater, but I didn't hate it.
Right.
Series pit droids are so cute. Oh yeah. But they are adorable. Like, but you gotta understand there's a problem in my household, and I swear to God it's my household specific, but it's not. When you have four wildly creative individuals in different fucking ways, all living together, and someone asks an opinion about something, do you think this blue looks too close to the Mystery Machine? I mean, you know, it's not even dry yet, but even if it is Mystery Machine kind of green blue, who fucking cares? It's an imaginary droid from the Star Wars series. Who fucking cares what color it is? I do. It needs to be a specific color. Shit, then keep working on it then. It does look Scooby-Doo green. I think it should be yellow. Well, one day I'll buy you your own and we can paint it fucking yellow. Yay! Actually, I want one of those just so I could draw all over it and kind of do graffiti art and kind of this static weird pattern. How many of these fucking things we buying? Because we all want to do something separate.
Oh,
You
geez.
ask one question, creative question, and you'll get 5 different responses. Even though some of the ideas are very cool, but it's like, this one has to wait. This one can be done now. My dad did one for my son because they're the little, oh God, I lost the name of them. BD1 from.
Oh, yeah.
So my son said there should be one that's all black. And I said, well, you can't have an all black BD1. That would be a Sith BD1. And that got my creative wheels turning. I'm like, Dad, I'm going to hand you the money, buy the fucking buy the fucking droid. I've got specific instructions for you. Okay. And a specific story for this droid in mind. Okay. And he's like, all right, lay it down. It's going to be black and red. 100% Sith colors. Make it work. Okay. What's the story behind it? It is a BD1 that was following a Sith Lord and got cracked in the head and now thinks it is the Sith Lord that it's seeing the holograms in its head. And it acts like a Sith Lord. It really thinks it can run, jump, do the lightsaber shit, and he can't understand why. It's got this tiny body and can't do any of it. And my dad's like, oh my God, this thing running around whistling like the Imperial theme. And I'm like, exactly. Comedic potential. Now they're static models, but at the same time, we come up with backstories for these things. Or my favorite, thanks to anyone that has ever uploaded droid noises to YouTube. Because I took my son in a couple different times and he's like, can we talk to him? And I'm like, yeah, let me get the app up on my phone so we can access their database and they're going to start talking. So the little beeps and whistles from several different droids, like always fun. Mine is a droid that got taken over by Ewoks and like co-opted by Ewoks. So it makes Ewok noises. And my son just vibes, loves it. It's been a while, but we still talk to the droids. Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, I love this little thing. I think I've shown it before. But I said specifically I want a droid that got left on Endor and the Ewoks took it over and made it part of the tribe. And it's got little bird skulls. Its leg has been fixed with twigs and twine. It's wearing, little Ewok one. And there's also like creatures living in the back of it. And that's my guy. That's my little buddy. Because I'm obsessed with Ewoks, if nobody knew. I'm a girl. Of course I was obsessed with Ewoks. That's why they were fucking made. Actually, no, they were made because if anyone wants to know the story of why there are cute, cuddly teddy bears, they were supposed to go to Kashyyyk. And then they saw what their budget was and how much it would cost to make like 900 Chewbacca's and went, fuck that shit. That's the story of the Ewoks. After the effects, they were running out of money. And making several small teddy bear creatures was a lot easier. Like the penguins. The porgs.
Yeah.
The island that they shot that movie on has indigenous penguin life. That you are not allowed to look at them, you are not allowed to touch them. You have to leave these puffin penguins that live on this island alone. Well, do we fight this in the court? Do we shoot on another island? No. We map out where the penguins are in the scenes and we create porgs. Because that's easier than trying to get rid of penguins entirely or explain why penguins are on an island in Star Wars. It's very cool. R2D2 Builders Club. Oh, I wish. Someone said you get 8 Ewoks out of one goddamn Wookiee. Yep. Fair. Yeah. There's a club of astromech builders. Wow. That's so cool. Hook my dad up. That'd be great. Give Bob something to do. Other than get wildly angry at random shit that isn't at Home Depot. He was incensed that they didn't have MDF board. mean, incensed. Dad, it's not that big a deal. I don't even know if we have the saw to cut it. Shut up! It's a very common thing. Why don't they have it? As someone
Oh
that hasn't
man.
left the house that much since COVID, I don't. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't come here.
Oh man. Oh, good lord.
I remember hearing about that. Which, the Ewoks or the penguins? I'm confused. I've talked about so much.
Oh boy. My hmm.
The lesson here is don't let me go off on tangents. Do.
Oh, don't let you go off on tangents.
Yeah, no.
Come on. Come on. Come
Eh.
on.
Come on, come on,
Come
come on.
on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. No, Kenny. I want Penguin. Hmm. Come
I
on.
wonder what they're gonna do with him now.
Well, Kenny?
No,
Oh,
they were
Cartman.
gearing Cartman. They had him for like pretending to be Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
So I wonder what they're doing with that now.
Oh, yeah.
I know the episode they took it down, but I don't know what they're doing like going forward, because if they were gonna do a Garrison Trump thing with him, that might have to go away.
Right. Right.
Or they hit it head on like they usually do. Which would be
You know,
awful.
I've been thinking a lot about escaping this reality and how I feel about even attempting such a thing, even contemplating it. Because I don't know if you noticed, but things have gotten a little stressful.
Yes.
You know, and I am a little tired of all the stress. I'm a little sick of it.
Yeah. As am I.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't think it's a good idea. For some reason, I just don't think it's a good idea to completely try to separate from reality.
No. Because that's where you start getting into dangerous territory.
Yeah. That's where you start. That's where you start making drums out of women's nipples.
Yes.
You know. That's when the real bad stuff starts to happen, it seems. So I just I don't know.
Brief disconnections are fine.
Brief disconnections, you think?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. Could be onto something.
Yes.
Could be onto something.
Give yourself something to look forward to. That's another thing I would suggest. When my arm was broken and I was having a lot of crisis mentally about, I am nothing without a job. I am nothing without making money. I don't know what the fuck I am without this one part of my personality. This
Right.
turned into every Tuesday, just, I'm going to order myself a nice meal. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to have my nice little meal while I watch something that makes me happy. At the time, it was Harlan Ellison's watching, but at the
Right.
same time. Now, was the part that I'm gonna add, that Josh knows full well, happened every once in a while because I would announce very loudly, if you call me on a video call, you don't want to do that right now because I may or may not be wearing clothes. Because that also makes me happy.
Right. Right.
What do you mean you're having like tits out Taco Tuesday? I am. So
It's just happening.
this is the vibe I'm going for today. You want to fuck with me? Go right ahead. I'm just saying you have other people that live with you. Be mindful. Because indecent, I am. But you know something? It kept me going and made me happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think brief disconnections from reality is probably the route I need to be going.
Me and my son dressing up in fur blankets and watching Conan and pretending we were barbarians while eating barbecue. Amazing. Hard to feel stressed out about, you know, a dryer being broken or the fact that there's a blizzard outside when you're being barbarians eating barbecue with your hands.
Oh my God. That does sound pretty cool.
Or I used to do this thing in high school. We're going to go to a place we've never been before. And you're going to be a character and I'm going to be a character. And in those characters, we have to react to the situation. Whatever arises, you are mentally that character and you go do. You're not an asshole to anyone else.
Right.
If someone comes and asks and, you know, how you're doing, you don't go, well, yea and verily, sir, I'm looking at your fine selection of colored comic books. You don't do that. But in character being like, I have never seen so many women's fannies in my entire life. Where are we, a brothel?
I think I would be tempted to like drive around, pick up random hitchhiker and start doing what Lance Henriksen did. He was driving to the set of what was it, Near Dark.
Yeah.
Where he just starts like pretending to be the character he's
Jesse.
trying to play Jesse. You know.
Exactly.
Like, roll me a goddamn cigarette. Okay. Call this motherfucking cigarette. Put the damn radio.
Yeah.
Call this
Going
fucking
into
music. Man, how hard am I gonna go with this guy?
Or be Bill Paxton. Walk into a gas station with your gore makeup on, with half your face missing because you just got run over by a truck, and there is a horrible accident down the street. There are two different
I think I would
versions.
be tempted to walk in with that kind of makeup as if everything was okay, but act like I had been injured. You know?
Exactly. Oh, yeah, my face hurts a little bit, but Slurpee's working?
Yeah, well, I can't have Slurpees anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a cup of coffee and a pack of Reds. Which one? Yeah, the red ones. The ones that say motherfucking red on them.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long fucking day. I don't have time for any of your bullshit. Sir, you will get out of my store. Give me cigarettes.
You know, and this was back in the time before we knew J.K. Rowling was a piece of shit. Being wizard teenagers at a mall, at a normal people mall, and being like, how the fuck do these idiots live? Jesus Christ. They have a whole shop just for tuxedos. How many times do you need a tuxedo? The fuck? This is good candy, but this isn't as good as wizard candy. You don't understand.
Oh man.
It's those little things
Is
that
this
keep
kind
you
of
going
like
for a while.
Cyberpunk Tarot set I have my eye on? The problem is I can't afford the real one, but I might be able to afford the Chinese knockoff.
If the Chinese knockoffs bring you joy, do it.
I'm thinking about it. I feel bad because I'm like, yeah, I'd be stealing from somebody. Essentially, I'm paying for stolen goods.
How much is the Chinese one?
Like $12.
And how much is the regular one?
$50.
Proof's in the pudding.
Yeah. It's kind of where I am. You know, China can afford to do that cheap printing. You know.
Oh.
Well, you know, hey, yeah, we'll just see. I mean,
Yeah. I think brief flights to fancy are fine.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know. Yeah, I think
There's another one that might be helpful.
Yeah.
You choose a person that's your spirit guide for the day, and you do what you think that person would want you to do.
Well, like Steve Buscemi is my spirit guide for the day.
Yeah.
You must do whatever you think Steve Buscemi would do.
Would direct you to do. Yes. It's fun.
That's got
especially
potential.
Yeah. Like today I did that, and I went to a bunch of record stores and a bookstore, got my Heinlein book. Then I ran across a place called Play It Again Sam's, and I'm like, that's really interesting. I haven't seen that before. Head in there. It's all stereo equipment. I didn't realize that. And then got to deal with the old fuckers that worked there that did not want to deal with me and asking questions about speakers and
oh god, it's a
stereos
video
and all
about the
that.
Fermi paradox. The Fermi paradox can eat my ass. Sorry.
You good?
There are some of these bullshit internet thought experiments that I'm just like, no, you need to go you've gone too far. Your premise is already stupid. You know, it's the idea that the Fermi paradox is the idea that, what is it? Yeah. The Fermi paradox is the idea that, like, oh, space is empty because, you know, I don't know, one reason or fucking another. And I'm just like, first of all, that's not really a paradox. It's just the idea is like, what if space fucking was just dead because no civilization gets there, and even if they do, they always run into another civilization. They just annihilate each other through intergalactic conflict.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, that's not really a paradox now, is it? Now let me re-look up the Fermi paradox, make sure I'm bitching about it right.
Well, you know, there are better things to focus on, like whether cars, the Stephen King movie, Maximum Overdrive, and, Duel, all take place in the same universe, and it's actually, Duel was the first truck they sent out, then you get Maximum Overdrive, which led to the death of all humans and created the Cars universe. That's something to focus on. That's something to deep probe and question. Because it makes a little too much fucking sense.
Yeah.
I don't care if space is dead. If it is, okay. But there are so many other things that I would rank above my questioning of the universe. It exists as I know it. And whatever thought experiment you want to put me through is fine. But at the end of the day, it is as I know it. You ever seen a tree? The tree's there because I perceive it's there. You see what you want to see, and you hear what you want to hear. I mean, Chariots of the Gods, man, they practically own South America.
Right.
Still one of my favorite. There's a copy of Chariots of the Gods, like a really good copy for like $200 that I'm like, I keep eyeballing it. I'm like, one day you will be on sale, and on that day I will strike. Why? It's a bullshit book that came out in the 70s that nobody gives a shit about. I don't care. It is legend. For one fucking The Thing reference, it is legend.
What is this again?
Chariots of the Gods.
Oh, yes! The Carl Sagan book?
Yes.
Yeah. It's...
But Palmer has that great line because it's like, maybe it's not from this world. Hey, Chariots of the Gods, man, they practically own South America.
Yeah.
I love Palmer so much. I know he ends up being a thing, but Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Hell, speaking of The Thing, I put on my Halloween playlist because we're getting into spooky season, and my brother went, "Why the fuck is Superstition on here?" And I looked at him and said, "Because some of us got shot today."
Some people were shot after
That's-
some people were paid to put a curse on them.
I didn't think about that part. I didn't. But that's the line from The Thing. Can you please turn your music down? Some of us were shot today. And the guy turns up the music and keeps going about his day.
Yeah.
And Superstition by Stevie Wonder's playing. So Stevie Wonder, some of us got shot today.
Oh.
Weird musical references from movies that I absolutely adore.
Oh my god.
Fucking doesn't love The Thing. It's the best. I have a maquette in the basement of the Blair thing at the end of the movie. It's super cool and a really great mock-up that, was the proof of concept. It's so great. With the T-Rex head and little dog coming out of the belly.
Yay. Okay, now I think I really do need to, take off because I am fading. But I want to keep talking, but I am fading.
That's okay.
Yeah.
If you need to go, you need to go. It's okay. You peopled.
I think I do. Oh, I want to thank you for coming. It's always such a pleasure.
I'm happy to talk. Thank you.
Yeah. And I'm glad all of you out in the chat decided to join us for these, 2 hours and 40 minutes. That actually is pretty respectable.
We're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing good. Until next time, Ave Satanis, Disco Inferno, Satan, I love y'all very much. Until next time.
And I do too.